Afternoon, everybody. You okay? How are you doing? Welcome back to Cooking the Haydens. I'm Car Boot Chris. This is our lunchtime live, which we do maybe once or twice a week. So we're just going to chill for an hour and then get back to work afterwards. I will put a link in the chat if anybody does want to come on and have a chat. That's fine. You can stay for 5 minutes. You can stay for whatever you want. So it's just lunchtime live, and we'll chat about anything you want. I was going to go 1 o'clock, but then as I was like 5 minutes before, I was just setting up. I noticed that Z had gone live, and I thought I'm not going over Z, so I just let Z run until he'd finished, and I just pushed back a little bit. I know the internet's free and we can all go whenever we want, but at the end of the day, I know Z, and I would always try and not to go live when someone else is live. It's just the way I am. Let's see who's in. Hi, Phil. Phil was nice and early. Sorry, I made you wait a bit longer. Hopefully you went and watched Z for a bit. Hi, Lee. Lee Graves is in. Anne. Hope you and Belle are well. We're okay, thanks. Belle's back in work as of yesterday, and she's working from home today, and she's feeling a lot better. She's still not right, but she's right enough. Hi, Katan. Afternoon to you. Loving the new intros, Chris. Oh, you mean the Monday night intros? I'm not going to do it every week because obviously it's the same thing, and I just worry you might get a bit bored of it. If you mean the Monday night sort of getting ready for the show, I'm glad you like that. It's just a bit of fun. Something different, isn't it? Tonks Boutique. Hi. Kathy, is this a work event? You can do what you want, Kathy. If you want to work, you work. I'm not working. This is my lunchtime. Let's see what else we've got. We've got Antoinette. Afternoon. I'm listing as we speak. I got a couple of extra listings done. I'm doing some Funko Mystery Minis figures. That's what I was in the middle of before. And then whilst I was listening to Z, I got another couple of figures listed. So that's all right. Works event. Ginger beer. AMPR's in. Steve Jackson. Hi, Steve. Did Kathy order a new phone? Oh, I saw you put a post out about what phone you were looking for, like recommendations or whatever. I'm always iPhone now, to be honest with you. But everyone's different, aren't they? Tom and Bell, hi guys. Beth says actually made it. Oh wow, thanks Beth. Thanks for joining us. Chris Tyler, Chris Ould as well. Also Aaron, hi Aaron. Fix It for Reselling, and Jason and JJ. Gary's here as well. Hi, Gary. Oh, hi, Z. Hi. Yeah, I enjoyed your live. It's good. You don't often see that many sort of going live during the day, so it's nice when someone actually goes live, even if it's me. Well, you lot might argue that it's nice when I go live, but there's a few of you here, so that's good. More lives, the better. Yeah, but better when it's not on at the same time, because that's kind of like a waste, isn't it? It's a waste because then if you go at slightly different times, you can cover more of the day, obviously. But you know what I mean? It's like when you're looking around for something and you can't find anything, and then there's two on at the same time. What's the point of that? It's like buses, isn't it? You wait around forever and then two come along at once. So I might as well stagger, and then we get more time. We get more time with someone in the background. Left-handed here. Pesto pasta for lunch. What did I have? I made myself a bacon and cheese toasty. Bacon and cheese toasty with a bit of tomato sauce. And I've got a can of the old Diet Coke here, which I'm going to crack open in a minute because my throat's already drying up. John at YLM, hi. Oh, no worries, Z, no worries. There's no point in two of us being live at the same time. There's just no point in it. Hi, Chris. Hi, Chris. Hi, JJ. Are you aware the reasons offers are not working is because of eBay rolling out a new thing where people who make offers? I'm not aware of that reason, actually, JJ, but that's very interesting because I know that function is imminent. So that would make sense. That would make sense. Thanks for the update. And by the way, I still don't think it's working right. Yesterday, I was able to send out offers and they were coming in and stuff. I was making sales. Today, I've not made a single sale today. It's gone dead again. I'm doing a Z here. I'm having a rant. It went dead again today. I've still not made a sale all day. I have been able to send out some offers, but no biters. It seems very quiet. I've mixed things up. I've put a 10% off coupon on the entire store, a public coupon. I thought I'll stick that on, see if that entices anyone to buy. I've also what do you call it? I ended my promoted listings. I started a new one. I thought that might, but nothing. Absolutely sod all. Sod all is happening. Mike Harris. Oh, don't worry, Z. No, don't worry. I don't even know when you went live. My schedule might not have come up anyway. I don't know. It might not have come up because I only scheduled it sort of not long before I actually went live. I was actually due to go live at 1, so you probably wouldn't have seen it. It doesn't matter. I'm not bothered. It doesn't matter. But if I see that you're live, I'm not going to go live at the same time. It's just stupid. Ian, hi Ian. Oh, you can always go back and watch, Aaron. You can always watch Z on catch up. That'll give you something to do later on. Been meaning to ask for a while, Monkey 50, how can you use the Going Live theme tune? Because it's not registered with anybody, Monkey 50. It's not copyrighted by anyone. It doesn't seem to have like an owner, and it's not registered on YouTube. So I've been able to use it for a few years. I guess if somebody decides to claim it, they're gonna claim all my frigging live shows. That's an interesting question, Tonks. I'll read a little conversation I had with eBay this morning. I'll read it out in a minute. Remind me in a few minutes once I've sort of said hello to everyone. Hi, Bumcrack. Thanks for sharing the link in Z's chat before. Very much appreciated. Appreciate that. Thanks for joining us. Did I say Kathy? I did, didn't I? Collins Collectibles. Thanks for your offer on your shiny helmet. It's working again, it is. But they don't seem to be going backwards, to the time when there was no offers. Obviously, lots of people will have been watching stuff, I hope, during that period. and I've not been able to go back to those. But 2 people contacted me, and I'll talk about that again in a minute as well, to tell me of a little workaround that will bring up your offers. So stay tuned. I've got a little workaround. You've probably heard it already because it's been doing the rounds. But if you haven't heard it, I'll tell you in a minute. Hi, Catherine on Facebook, sister-in-law. I hope you're well, and I hope COVID's not treating you too badly. More daytime streams, says Steve. First time here from Z's chat. Oh, hi, Dave. Welcome. Welcome. It's been a while, hasn't it? Weeks, in fact. JJ, it's rolling out. I'm pleased to hear that's coming out, but did they really have to cock it up like they did? I mean, every time they bring in a new... It's been happening since forever that I've been well, not forever. 2015, I started as a business seller. Since then, whenever they roll out something new, they cock the thing up, don't they? They cock up the system. It's just a joke. Prior to that, I probably didn't notice because I was only a personal seller, really. I've been on eBay since the year 2000. I've got my personal account that is dated the year 2000. So whenever you go on to, when you go on to eBay's live chat and they say, "Oh, good morning, Christopher. I see you've been with us for 6 years. Thank you for your loyalty." I always say, actually, I've been with you since the year 2000. I've probably been with you since before you were born. Yeah, it's so bloody annoying, isn't it? I know. It's rant city today, isn't it? ANPR said I had some bizarre ranting negative feedback from a customer 2 weeks after the item arrived. It looks like it's at another seller. Try contacting customer, put nothing. Yeah, just got onto eBay. I always find the best place to try and get your feedback removed is the eBay for Business Facebook page. They are very good. There's a couple of people on there, customer service reps, who are really good at removing feedback for you. Hi, Laurel D. We've got the White Rose Reseller as well. Welcome to the chat. I don't recognize that username, but welcome anyway. Always good to have some new names. Stacy as well. Gonna find some classic old. Just be careful though. Just be careful because some of them will copyright you. Okay, so what was I going to say? Right. JR, JR Reselling, James. Excuse me, I've not even drunk any of this yet. Sorry about that. There we go. That'll set it off now. JR Reselling might be in the chat. I don't know. But also Santa sent me a message as well. Santa, believe it or not. And they said that, the 3 or 4 days when this offer situation had been going on over the weekend, right? So people are probably still watching your item during that time. Now, a lot of us, or most of us, haven't been able to send offers on those items that accrued watchers during that period. It's not caught up yet. But there's something that works 100%. It works. I tried it myself, and I total credit to JR Reselling and to Santa. They both sent me a message at a similar time, and I tried it out. And what you do is go and watch your own items. So if you know that some of your items had new watchers during the period when it was down, go and watch that item yourself. Click watch and it will go on your watch list. I think it took within 10 minutes, it appears on your send offer to watchers list, and then you can pump out offers. It kind of prompts it, it gives it a kick up the arse and puts it on your page. If you just refresh your app or whatever, refresh it, and you'll be able to send offers out on those items. And once you've done that, you can unwatch it again. Seems to work. It worked. I was skeptical, but it worked. I thought, how would that work? But it does. So try it out yourself. The only issue you've got is figuring out which items have got new watches on, because I've got 1,600 items. I didn't know. I haven't got a clue which ones have got new watches on. So all I did was, and again, JR suggested it. He said, sort all your items into order of number of watches and go through the list and just watch them all yourself. Chances are some of them will be new watches. Also, what I did was I watched all the items that I'd listed over the weekend, because when it's a newly listed item, often you get new watches when it's new up. So, and I put out about 20 offers based on that little nugget of information. So try it yourself. It does work, or it did work as of yesterday. But the credit is not with me for that. I can't claim anything. I knew nothing about that. JR Reselling, Santa Claus, they are your men. Oh, now I've explained that. I don't have to explain that again. Let's see if anybody wants to come on, because before we know it, this hour will be up. So let's see. Oh yeah, I pressed the wrong button there. If you want to come on, you can come on. If you don't, it doesn't matter, because I've got some more stuff to talk about with this eBay shite. Let's just catch up with everyone. Long time lurker, White Rose Reseller said. Long time lurker, first time chatter. Oh, that's great that you've got the confidence to, because sometimes you just, you don't like to stick your head above water, you know what I mean? But no, good on you for saying hello, and we'll see you again in the next one, hopefully. Mick Page finally caught you live. Nice one, Mick. Appreciate you coming along. Defo, there you go, Tonks Boutique. Defo Work's been doing it since James told me, yeah. Really good tip, and it does work. It does work. The problem is, like I said, figuring out which items have got new watches on. That's the problem. If you've only got a couple of hundred listings, you may know, but very difficult for me to work it out. Yeah, Z was on one today, wasn't he? He was. It was a good live. I enjoy that. Just, it's nice just when you come on and you don't really have like an agenda as such. It's just, let's just talk about what anyone wants. That pretty much sounds like a Monday night to us, doesn't it? There's no agenda really anymore. Hi, Santa. I was just talking about you and your recommendation about bumping the watches again, and it does work. So thank you for that message. We've got Kitan in. Hi, Kitan. All right.
Hi, mate. I'm just letting me up the other screen. There you go. How are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you, mate. Good. Have you tried that bumping? Yeah. It works, doesn't it?
It works. I saw it on one of the groups. Somebody did it, but I did it on every watcher that I had, old on you, and I got about 20 yesterday and about 10 today. You have to wait about 5 minutes before it all kicks in.
Yeah.
And I think I got one sale out of it. As soon as I sent one for a pair of shoes, they bought them, but nothing other than that. I had one cancellation yesterday, and then one phone sold from one of the bundles that I was telling you about already. So,
yeah.
That's good. Everything seems to be down the drain. It's just, I don't know what's going on. I've had one negative that's come through that I'm complaining about. And another one, a neutral, when I've helped her with everything. So I need to get that removed as well.
Yeah. Oh, that's annoying. It is annoying when they come through. Do you use the eBay for Business Facebook page when they come in?
I've only used it once, and I didn't like the way. I think I got the bad person that everybody doesn't recommend. There's, I forget the person's name. There's two people. One is really good. Connor is the better one, I believe.
Connor is the one that seems to get them, but obviously you can't tell who you're going to get.
Yeah. So I've done the appeal form because I rang them up just before 8 o'clock yesterday night. I was playing on the PlayStation, and then I regularly check everything because of what's going on even more on the phone, and then I just threw the controller down and went upstairs and called him up and had a big rant with him for about 15 minutes, and he wouldn't budge. And then I said, all right, fine, I'll fill your silly form in. And within 2 seconds, they've just said, no, it doesn't qualify. So I'm going to appeal it. Hopefully it go through, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's annoying, but, I've got one that's hung about on mine I thought was unfair. Sometimes you just got to let it go.
Mm-hmm.
It is annoying.
With this one, it was basically closed die, which was sealed. And he's decided to use it, and it didn't dye the clothes that he wanted to do. He's trying to dye something that's light brown into grey. If you put brown and grey together, it makes purple. So I don't know what he was trying to do. And then because it didn't work, he didn't even contact me, or for me to give a chance to return the other one or whatnot, or refund. Yeah. He just put the negative in. And the other one was a Roberts radio that didn't get to her. Contacted in post, and they contacted Pack and called the other way around. And then they turned around and said, it's coming back to you. I was like, okay, what reason? Can you find out? Okay, we'll find out. I still haven't had it back. And she's left us a neutral saying, gave me a refund, did everything for me, and here's a neutral. I'm like, huh? Okay.
But you'll get that removed, hopefully.
That one should get removed because it's under the buyer's protection. Oh, sorry, seller's protection. Hey, Z, you right?
Hey, Ketan. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Z, you okay?
Yeah, I hope there's no echo because
no, you're fine from my end.
Yeah, seems okay.
Yeah. Let us know if there's an echo, and I'll mute it. I thought
Yeah, no worries. Nice one. Let me just answer this because I've had it on the screen from Gary. Chris, when somebody does a return, do they have to send it back to your address, or can they do a pseudo and make you go and collect from somewhere? No, I think it will get returned to whatever address you've got on file, won't it, on eBay? I don't think they can send it back to a store for you to collect. I've never had that, if you can, but I would think it will automatically, when they generate a return, it will automatically pick up your return address, which you've got on your account. There's been a few people who have received shop refunds based on this cock-up from eBay this weekend. There's been a few people who have had either credits on their account for an entire month or a refund.
I never have any luck with that.
No, I mean neither.
Sorry, go on, Z.
Yeah, I never have any luck with that kind of stuff. Like, when people ring up and are able to like just wangle or wrangle a refund or a credit. Just every time if I call up, I think and plus it's a lot of effort to do it as well, and they just fob it off, and plus I always think like this is like an outward symptom as well that we can all see. Okay, there's no offers to watches coming through, but it just makes you wonder, like, other times when there's stuff under the hood that may be going wrong that we can't see.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm sure there is stuff. Because I had a conversation with the Facebook for eBay for Business Facebook page, because I've messaged them a few times during this week just to see like where they're up to and stuff, and they give you different bloody answers every time. But I mentioned about refund of subscriptions, and they were like, that's definitely not a policy that we want to run at all. And they actually said to me, we've heard of some people being given refunds, but that is not something that we are going to do. They even sort of intimated, and I know Tonks Boutique got a refund or a credit. They even intimated to me that they're going to reverse any credits that they've given. But I don't know whether they'll truly do that. But that's what I can read. Do you want me to read you what was said?
Yeah, go for it.
They literally said we're going to look at them and get them reversed, and I hope they don't, for anyone's sake who actually did get one.
That's crazy. Yeah, I mean,
I can't see that they would.
I mean, I hope it is for the reason that I think someone in the chat said earlier that it's meant to be so that when you accept an offer that you get paid immediately. And I can definitely see that's a really good reason to do this. But man, it's just, and I do also think like what JJ says as well, like it's coming up to payday, and some people normally get paid before Christmas, don't they, as well? In December, and then there's this massive gap, isn't there,
6
between
to 8 weeks? Yeah.
And it could be that it could just well be that it's like that, but saying that, like I was saying earlier, like some people are still getting sales, so it can't just be that. I like to believe that, but
right, okay, this is what they replied to me. They said, we're in the process of identifying these conversations and ensuring that the matter is corrected, as these should not have been advised. That's in regards to refunds of subscriptions. eBay have clarified that we won't be moving ahead with crediting store fees for this issue, but we can definitely understand how frustrating it would seem that you are not receiving the same as another seller, and apologize for any confusion. I hope people don't have that reversed. I don't think they will. They're probably just trying to fob me off there, but yeah. There you go. I just want it fixed, just fix it and let's get
it
on
sounds
with
like
it.
They're just trying to, I think, if I'm honest, I don't think they will reverse it. I think it just sounds like they're just, saying that to you to make you feel a bit better. But it's kind of like, when you ring them up because your item's gotten pulled down and there's like 30 other sellers selling the exact same thing. And then they say to you, oh, they just fob you off with, oh, they'll be looked at, or,
Yeah. What they don't realize is that at the end of it, like people like me and you guys, we're in this community of like 100 resellers or whatever, and we all talk to each other, and we all know what's happening. It's like they think that we don't know what's happening. Tonks Boutique said, Chris, just go to listings, sort by watches. Yeah, I did that, Tonks, but when you've got like 1,600 listings, there's probably at least 500 of them that have got watches on. So I didn't bother watching them all myself, but I went through the ones with the highest number of watches.
I went from 8 watches to all the way down to 1. I've got 900 odd listings on mine, and I went through about 400. I just tick straight away all the way down, and then it just came up after.
It all comes through at once as well. Like any activity you are getting at the moment, you guys must have noticed it as well. Like any comments, any messages or questions about your product, any offers, any sales, it all seems to happen like, and you can't seriously tell me that these different customers all over the country and world have, in that same period decided you're filtering that information through to my account whenever the system catches up or whatever, and that's wrong. That's just wrong. And even now, when you are getting offers to watches, I don't know about you guys, but I'm only getting them through at 1 at a time. Overnight, I think we did wake up to 4 this morning, which was a lot more than it's been, because obviously it's been 0. But like normally it's like 20 plus.
Exactly. Exactly.
And bear in mind, like the stock we've got listed, we've got new toys and collectibles and merchant and stuff, but we've also got used stuff that I've bought from car boots, like retro stuff and whatever. And so I feel like we've got a good variety of stuff that's covered. And even like some of the styles I've been getting, it's like I've been sending offers to watches, but they're not buying or paying until like over 24 hours later.
Question arises: is if you're sending out the watches offers, are those offers actually getting to those customers?
Exactly. I think there's a delay.
Yeah,
because I think there's a delay, because it's not. It's normally when you send out an offer to watch you, normally if someone bites, they bite pretty instantly, right? Or like within an hour or something. But I'm literally getting people buying stuff that I've sent an offer out like a day before or whatever, or 2 days before. It's very peculiar.
Yeah. Tonks, don't worry about it. I can't see for 1 minute you're going to have your credit reversed, and I hope it doesn't, because you spent 90 minutes on the phone trying to sort that out. I just couldn't be asked being on the phone for that long.
I mean, it's like Royal Mail. When they have a maintenance, they'll stick it at the top and say we're gonna have system outage between this time, and they'll do it at the least peak time. nighttime or whatever, like roadworks. And the next thing you know, when everything is back to normal, say Monday morning, when everyone's printing their labels, if there's any issues, you ring them up or you highlight it to them, and they'll flag your account to say, right, this one's not working. I remember when I was at Carphone, we did a migration. The Carphone warehouse got hacked and they were using a DOS system. So they were only able to work on a 10,000 active account at one time. So you had the stores and then the internal systems. It constantly crashed on payday because I was in credit control taking people's payments. It crashed. So they decided to make a 4-in-1 system, but they did it in batches. So when there was issues, let's try it with 100, 200, and if there was an issue, they'd pull it back again. If they're doing something like this on eBay, at least put some little announcement. They've got an area where they can say, "Yeah, we're going to be doing this. We're going to do this many customers first of all. If you're one of these customers, we will email you. If you still get any issues at 9 o'clock on Monday morning, let us know and we'll flag your account. Take it from there." That's the only thing. If they tell us what they're trying to do, we can maybe sympathize and say, "Okay, it's a bit good." I think we've got a thingy on your chat. It's just popped up. Dodgy guy. 1 second.
The eBay's communication, it's always been terrible, hasn't it? And when you think at how many lines of communication they potentially have with us, then they could put it out in 5 or 6 different places that they're doing this work. There could be some disruption, blah blah blah. Like you said, Katan, you got the seller hub, which is made for messaging. There's a little box at the bottom which they quite happily put other stuff in there. So why couldn't they have told us that they were doing something?
Exactly. Yeah.
And then it stops like the panic a bit, doesn't it? It's like it's expected. It's like, okay, the next 2 days we're not going to see any watchers, so we know about it. It's just annoying.
And usually when it's a system migration, they will reset everything. So anyone that may have ticked something to say, "Oh, I want to watch that item," it will just sit there in their basket and they won't even get any. We won't get alerted. We can't send out any offers, and it'll be a reset of the system. And then let's take it from there. That's the way I think of it from past experience from other systems.
I don't know if this has got anything to do with it. I mean, I could be completely barking up, like the wrong tree with it. But like, I know it was in the news recently that they're changing how they report their GMV to the shareholders. So like how eBay's like the way you tell how many people are buying on eBay. They do like they have a stat called general merchandise value. Okay. And then that number tells you how many sales are going through. And apparently they've recently changed it so it only reflects sales that are completed, because obviously before it would include sales that would go through but not necessarily get paid for, because obviously there was PayPal involved. But now obviously it's all in-house, isn't it? So they've so technically it's changed for the better. It's going to be more accurate, right? But who knows if it's somehow, I mean, I'm obviously going conspiracy theory here, but who knows how it could be linked to that? Perhaps like they're fiddling with stuff to make their numbers still look good, because obviously there's a lot of financial stuff attached to that, isn't there? Because obviously if those numbers are not good, then it affects share prices and whatnot. I mean, who knows?
Yeah, could be. You never know. Fix It says, just watched one of my items, so now it has 2 watchers. But when sending an offer, it said send to 1. Well, yeah, it will go. You won't be able to send yourself an offer, so that'll go to the other person. Definitely, yeah. Send it and see what happens.
Yeah, I've got it in the background. I'm constantly refreshing. I've only got 1 label to print out. That's just telephone, but no watches at all on my end. Yeah.
It's like Z said, you get them in batches. It's like there'll be nothing on your app, and then all of a sudden you'll look at it and there'll be 6. Yeah. It's like, oh, you got 6 in 1 second.
And then it gets you thinking, doesn't it? Because it's like, it gets you thinking about, oh, is it because I've got recommended specifics, like, because I've got lots of recommended specifics, not required, because like you hear conflicting things, because some people say that if a specific is not relevant to your listing, you shouldn't just fill it with NA and stuff.
Yeah.
I know some people do. Yeah. So we've been filling out all the required specifics and all the relevant specifics for each listing, but we still have like hundreds of items which it come up with suggested actions, and you start thinking, is that got something to do with it? And I know it doesn't, because it was only a few weeks ago that we were doing like triple, quadruple what we're doing. I mean, our monthly is 50% down, and at one point it was 60% down on the last 30 days. that's a massive tank.
Yeah. I think I'm about 30% down month on month at the moment.
Yeah.
But I
31
suppose
days.
it's natural, isn't it? For
31
60%
days.
is quite hefty. I must
Yeah.
admit.
37.4 for me down.
Yeah.
But I'm only a year in, so we're fully into.
But we had like 5 0 sales days in the last 30 days. I think at one point it was 6 0 sales days in 30 days. Just 6 0. Bear in mind, we've got like 800 odd listings probably, and a listing every day, and items that people want. You know what I mean? Like I'm not, it's just weird.
It's odd, yeah.
Yeah, I've not made a sale today yet. I've not made a sale on eBay.
One, that's it for me. Yeah.
Well, yesterday I thought to myself, oh, we're back to normal yesterday. I did 120 quid for a Tuesday. I thought it was okay. And today, dead again. Absolutely dead.
Yesterday was for me 37 quid. Yeah, two or three items. Yeah, it was only sent off 4 items, and one got cancelled yesterday, which was a £35 slow cooker. Husband bought another one, so she goes, I don't want it, so she cancelled it for her. So yeah, that went out the window as well.
Jay Flipping Slav, hi, welcome, and DJRU as well is in. Phil says, just did the watch, wait, unwatch. It does work. Yeah, it does. Did you not believe us, Phil? It definitely works. I was skeptical. I had JR message me, he sent me a voice message, and Santa sent me a message on eBay. He must have been watching one of my items, and he sent me a message. And I'm like, oh, this sounds a bit sus. Is it one of those rumors that's going around? It bloody worked.
Yeah. Weird. How did somebody suss that one out?
I know, somebody sussed it, didn't they?
It's like playing a game. You got to find the cheats.
Yeah.
I mean, you definitely feel like your store's not visible as much as it, as it normally is. It just definitely feels that way because you know full well that, irrespective of anything else, at least your impressions and, even if people are feeling the pinch, right, and they don't necessarily want to shop, you've got to at least imagine people still window shop, don't they? They still look at things that they are looking to buy. They still look at things that they're intending to buy when they do get a bit of cash in, right? So your impressions, etc. That especially when you're paying for promoted listings and whatnot, there should be some kind of pattern at least. And I know we're probably all a bit heightened at the moment. When you kind of go through it like this, and it's easy to feel a bit kind of tetchy and pick up on these things, but it does bother you. And normally this stuff won't bother us. Like when it goes back, because it will go back to normal. It will. There's no doubt in my mind about that, and we'll be like, we won't be worrying about this stuff. But the fact that your impressions are down, like my impressions are down massively as well. Like all this kind of stuff that it shows, it's crazy.
Mine are all red apart from listing impressions, but yeah. But it's like what you said. I thought the last bit of your show, Z, just now, and you were saying just keep your mentality of getting everything on, keep on carrying on, keep the wheel moving. That's what I'm doing as well.
That's all you can do. That's it. That's the number one thing, Ketan. Like it's like just don't get paralyzed, because it's so easy to get paralyzed because you just get like you get in a funk, and you got no one on your back obviously telling you what to do. So
yeah. Dave, you can find that information on your seller hub.
Yeah, usually in the middle for me. Yeah.
Let me just have a look.
Yes, under the performance tab and traffic.
Yeah,
it's a performance tab, and then go to traffic, and then it will tell you like listing impressions. Like bearing in mind, I'm actually promoting more than I've ever promoted in my listing impressions. So listing impressions is just when your listing appears on the screen. It's not even like when you click in, is it? That is 16% down. Is
that the one away from clicking into your item?
That's actually that's not a page view. That's just literally just it appearing in someone's face somewhere on the screen. It's crazy. That's 16% down, and that's after me actually upping my promoted listings as well. Because normally I only do
what percentage do you do?
Normally I only do 1%, but out of desperation, I changed it to trending, but I capped it.
Okay, I do that.
Yeah, I capped it. I think at 2 or 3%. I think it was.
Yeah, it does it in small increments. I might do that.
I've changed it because I've set different ones up because I've got some for new stock, because obviously new stock we've got to be careful with our margins because they're wholesale. But so we do a bit more on the used items. On the used items, I think I've actually set the cap at 10% on the used items.
Well, you got to get rid of the stuff. You got to get rid of it, innit?
Well, I just wanted to see. Do you know what I mean? I just want to see, like, well, is it going to make a difference? Because I'm like, if I'm going to send out someone an offer for 10% off or 5% off,
exactly.
I'll just put the 10% here, and I'll see what happens. And bearing in mind that's the highest I've ever done it, and that's on the used ones. On the new ones, I think it's only on 2% or something capped, because I don't want to. It's new stuff. People buy it locally. Do you know what I mean? Like, new stuff comes out. So it's not worth doing it on that.
I changed mine up today. I just thought, just see if it changes it. I've got mine capped at 3.5 at the minute. So I used to always just do 1%, but then I thought, now I change it on a weekly basis. I change it now.
I'll probably go back to dropping it, but like 16% down, and that's after going 10% promoted listings. That's crazy,
Yeah. I just think, like you said, maybe it's just that we're in that like little week period of just prior to payday. It's been a long pay period, people waiting, and there's eBay cock-ups as well to thrown into the mix. So it's just a horrendous week. Really.
I mean, you'd like to think that even if people are waiting, though, you'd like to think that the impressions would still be there, because oftentimes people do shop. I mean, how many times have you had it where someone's bought something and said, "Oh, can I pay you next week when I get paid, or within a few days because I get paid?" It happens to us all, right? They want to secure the product, and so they buy it, and then they're like, "Oh, look, I get paid on this day, and I'll pay you." But the fact that the impressions are down, and it just feels like, and also in combination with when you are seen, the activity's there. The activity comes through. We did, like, on the day, well, not yesterday, the day before yesterday, we did nearly 300 quid. It was all within like an hour window, like messages, questions about items, sales, all within that hour's window. And then again, it just went like radio silence. So just all of that combined just makes you feel that there's definitely a big parts of the day where you're just not even being seen.
Yeah. It's weird, isn't it? Because sometimes I think to myself, like, it's almost as if like there's too much stuff on eBay for them to show customers everything at the same time. So they rotate it round. It's kind of like a merry-go-round. It's like, right, for the next hour, your item's going to be quite visible, and then it'll be at the back of the merry-go-round the next hour, because they have to rotate it because there's too many items. But that might sound stupid, but that's in my head. That must be how it works. But I don't know. But it's like all your items can't be visible all the time because there's too much on there.
Well, Jackie sometimes with the Builder Bears. So for example, she will see where ours appear on the list, and we're always roughly the high end or the middle, at least on the first page. We haven't checked it for a few months, but yeah, it goes in with like where do we rotate? Where are we all the time? And I think it's going to be a major change that we're all going to probably moan about. And that was it. And this is the system issue. That's what it was. Usually there's something in the pipeline. Give us the clue. Give us a clue of what. Give us a little announcement just to say, right, we're working on this. This could cause an issue, and I'll be happy with it. I was speaking to Andrew on the Money Mental Facebook, and he was saying, "Oh, the trick is working," and I was like, "Okay." I said, "I'm going to write off this week. It's looking like I'm writing off this month, because if it goes into next week, you're on the today, the 19th. You're going into the late half of the month next week, and month is done. So I'm pretty much writing it off for this month."
And also, like, when you look at like a product, and then you just see the amount of sponsored listings that are littered throughout the first page. Like some people are like, your sponsored listing like are appearing like right near the bottom of the page, and realistically, you don't scroll down that far anyway.
No.
Especially if you're selling, like if you're looking for an item that's kind of available, kind of regularly or plentiful, it's kind of there's all
You
that
rarely
kind
get
of stuff.
that far. Yeah, if there's a lot of competition, you don't really
You know,
want to look more than
if you've
sort of
done
10 or
two
15.
scrolls with your wheel, you're too. That's it, really.
I'll tell you an example of that is when I'm looking to buy more bubble wrap, and I'm shopping about for bubble wrap to see like what the cheapest price is. I tend to go a few scrolls, and I'll pick which one I think is going to be the best. I don't like go pages and pages.
DJI, the tunnel of it, yeah.
DJRU says, we tested the promotion list. All my items have 3% promotion. Try to double that for 6%. Everything like the same as before. I think it doesn't matter. You promote your item 1 or 10%. I think I agree to a certain extent, but I think it very much depends on the item and how common it is. Like, say, for example, media or things that have got a lot of competition, you might want to put a higher percentage on. But if you've got one-off items, it's probably not much worth in promoting.
No, I agree. I kind of did it more out of just like I said, desperation to see whether I can, maybe that will push me up the rankings. Just to see what the problem is, because it is crazy. It's like Tonks is saying, like, what, he's got an item up at £7 and there are people selling this for like 10 to 15. Why are people paying more? And it's because obviously your listing is not as visible as as people that are selling them for even more money. It's just, and that could be just due to what keywords rank. Who knows what's it due to? But there's definitely something up. Saying that, I've just had an offer.
Yay.
Accept it. Quick.
I'm accepted. Yeah, it's just getting accepted. Yeah,
just accept it. Whatever it is.
Get it.
What it is.
That's used to say money in hand. Bird in the hand. That's it. Sorry.
That's it. Yeah, bird in the hand. Nice one. Yeah.
No, it's actually a reasonable offer. It's an item that's up for £40, and they've offered 35. So I'm kind of like,
yeah, take it.
Yeah, you can't not. Doesn't matter what it is.
No.
Oh, Z, I was going to say to you, do you know a few videos back you were saying something about a perforator machine? Do you remember that?
Oh, well, like a cardboard. Like the ones that
where
take
you can make it into a web sort of thing.
Yeah, and then you can use it as packing material. Those are expensive.
I'm working on something at the moment with a shredder.
Really? Yeah. What have you done? Like added servos and motors?
No.
Like
basically, the hooks on. I've got one where it can take 18 pages, so the thickness of a cardboard.
Okay.
And the hooks that you get on where it makes it into confetti. I've taken a bench sander and I've ripped them all off, so basically making them smooth. And then I've got to make them little indents inside. I've seen someone make it on YouTube, and basically he feeds the cardboard through, and he's made it. Basically
wow.
And it makes a lot of noise because I've got to get the angle grinder out, and because of the weather not being good, and my hands are literally red right now, so I've not done it yet for a few weeks. I did it during New Year's. But yeah, as soon as I know, I'll let you know about it.
That sounds amazing, yeah, because those machines are really pricey, aren't they?
$4,000, yeah.
Yeah, so it would be so good. Pardon?
Jesus, $4,000.
Yeah.
They're not intended for. They're for commercial industrial use. Yeah, like people.
It'll be perfect.
Yeah, imagine if you're in like a big warehouse and you're getting your deliveries in on pallets, and you could just take that card and turn it into void fill. It's amazing, isn't it? I mean,
yeah, true.
So yeah, I'm working on that. Hopefully, it should come soon.
Lee says, "How many listings has everyone done today?"
4 yesterday, 9 today. I'm working on mobile stock. I'm getting rid of it finally. Remember when I came on first on your live, Chris? It's literally, I don't know if you can see it. It's slowly there. All of that. That's just iPhone 6 Part 2. I've got boxed of it, and I just said, you know what? I'm just going to put them bundle $5 each, and then the postage, get rid. $5 each, $10 each, $15 each, and then get rid. And if that doesn't work out, put it on a bid. If that doesn't work, Facebook it. Other than that, skip it after that. Bad enough. I need to get rid of it.
Do you know? I haven't done any listing today so far, I don't think. But we've done some drafting. But we're going to be getting some done. It's our day off today anyway. We're only here because freaking delivery decided to turn up today. Well, it's meant to be turning up. But I kind of feel like our reaction sometimes to eBay is because it is because it means so much, because it is so important. It is, it is still such a powerful tool, isn't it, for all of us? And not just us. Like, if you think about it, even big companies, or even if you forget big companies, like I've obviously been following more like established like shops and websites and pop culture companies and stuff. No matter how busy their website is, they'll always have an even busier eBay store. Do you know what I mean? So no matter, and you can take that all the way to the top. Like, you'd imagine Argos wouldn't need eBay, but why do they? Why do they bother with it? They know they're going to get scammed loads. They're going to get a lot of headaches from it. Why do they do it? And obviously they get treated completely differently to the regular person. But the point is that if a big business like that still sees the value in it when they don't really need it as such, I suppose. It just shows, doesn't it? And especially when you go down the chain to like other more established, like for example, most of the pop culture websites out there that are like established, like comics and cocktails and things like that, they still have eBay stores. And I think that's why it's so kind of like, it's because we love eBay so much. That's why we're upset.
Yeah. But do you reckon during this weekend that's been such a nightmare, do you reckon the big sellers, like the music magpies that operate on eBay and Amazon, do you think they've had the same issue as us, or do you think they've been micromanaged?
No, they get. I think they get looked after on another level completely.
They get proper like direct managers to look after their accounts. So if they'd have seen like all of a sudden music magpies now not sold anything all weekend, it ain't going to happen, is it? They make like thousands of sales a day. There's no way they would allow those accounts not to make money.
It'd be like the Batman phone, isn't it? That somebody pick up straight and go, "We're on it. Don't worry, your account will be on straight away. Don't worry about the others. They can suffer for it." It's
still such a massively important marketplace, isn't it? I mean, it really is. I mean, kind of like, because I understand everyone wants to create different streams of income, and it's obviously like a wise thing to do, but like it's always going to be. I don't think if they can't get away from it, I think it's kind of not likely that the likes of us that are on such a small level are ever going to kind of like free ourselves from it, if you know what I mean. Like, to the point where we're just like, oh, we don't need eBay. We sell plenty on X platform or Y platform or whatever, or even your own website. You're still going to benefit from having an eBay store.
Yeah, some people just walk away. Some people I've read comments like on stuff on Instagram and that, and they've walked away from eBay through frustration. But I don't see. I couldn't do that, because if I walked away from eBay, I don't see how it would get replaced on any of the other platforms. I don't see Vinted doing it. Even if I listed 2,000 items on Vinted, I don't think I would get the same income as eBay.
It's such a unique company. It's nothing on that scale apart from Amazon. But you've got your own issues there with Amazon with 40% or whatever it is for each cut that they take.
I don't even see Amazon and eBay the same. I think they compare themselves to each other and they try to compete with each other. But from a customer and a user point of view, I don't even think they're the same. My go-to is always eBay. I always look on eBay when I'm searching for something. Sometimes I'll look on Amazon, but it's like, if I want something new, I'll go to Amazon. If I want something of more value, like maybe a second-hand something, I'll go to eBay. I see them as different entities, but I think the two companies, they think that they have to compete with each other, but I don't think they do.
It's like when I quit my job to become full-time eBay. I don't know if I could quit eBay to do something else, which is going to be less in the public eye for you to get the money coming in. So that will be scary. I'm always scared that they're going to not knock on my door, but send me a message and say, we're shutting your account for X, Y, and Z reason. It's you rely on them so much, so it's scary. So this quiet period of whatever it is worrying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think like sometimes, have you ever, for a laugh, gone onto the eBay, the forums, the eBay forums, like themselves?
Sometimes they do. I went on the forums this week to have a look what people were saying about this problem.
It's constant there, isn't it? It's constant. There's always someone.
I don't often look at them though. I really don't.
It's kind of fun to just look at because you do get a lot of that, you know.
You see it on the Facebook groups as well when they say, "Oh, I've gone and done this, and why am I getting this said to me and that to me?" Then people will backtrack and suss out from beginning to end what they have actually done, and then that's the reason why they're getting the bad comments. So you see this stupidity in some of the forums and what they say, and you just like, no, you're not supposed to do that. What are you doing it like that for?
Yeah,
you're asking for the trouble. So yeah, but it is fun read sometimes. Yeah,
I think like no matter how successful you become, it's always got to be part of your business, because if you don't have it, no matter how successful you are, no matter how good you are going to be less successful by not being on eBay.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
I think that's the way to look at it. Like you might crush it and make your website blow up, and you might have a really great Instagram platform or a great, you know, Shopify, but it would be as good as that all stuff might be, you'd be even better by also having an eBay, I suppose.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I don't really understand if you had like a Shopify and why you wouldn't operate eBay at the same time. It literally, you can connect the two, you know, if you want to. It's why you wouldn't do that, I don't know. Ray says, can't stand Amazon, always buy off eBay. You know what? I barely ever bought anything off Amazon until I got Prime. And then it kind of made me look more, because, you know, you're getting free shipping. Potentially you get it tomorrow. So that's the thing that draws you into Amazon. And I know I still buy a lot off eBay, even buying off eBay to sell back on eBay, you know, still do that. But yeah, I still say they're two different entities, and they have their benefits, each one.
Yeah.
DJRU said, I quit my job last April, but I still love the treasure hunt. This is not just our job, this is our hobby. Yeah. Of course, not easy.
Treasure hunt, I love it. Resellers. Car boot. As soon as I can't wait. When I saw your video, I don't know if you did an Instagram post saying you went to your first car boot cruise.
Oh yeah, I went to a boot sale at the weekend. Yeah, I didn't make a video though.
It's too cold at the moment for me. I can't handle it. Yeah, I can't wait for that. It's the treasure hunt. As soon as you see something from a distance, you're like, please don't get it. Someone's going to get it in a minute. You run up to it and it's in your hand. You know you got it. It's just magical.
Yeah. I tend not to get too carried away at boot sales, because I know that there's always somebody in front of me. So you only end up getting disappointed if you get too wound up about it. So I just look at it and just think, if it's there when I get there, it's there when I get there. If it's gone, it's gone. So some of them near me, like, you know, you've seen them on some of the videos I've done. They literally start with a foghorn and they run. Like,
yeah, we've got one like that as well. Yeah, 11 o'clock they start, but set up at 6.
No.
Yeah, straight away. And you're like, what? But I walked up to one because I know one of the stallers, and I walked up to them and I was just checking to see how they were, because one of them's slightly poorly. And the lady came out and goes, you're not a stall holder. I'm like, okay, I'm walking back. Okay, don't worry, I'll go behind the line. So, yeah.
Do you ever get people at the boot sales when you're buying? Have you ever had somebody ask you if you're going to resell it?
I tend to sell them because I've got the camera on the backpack, and when I bought the beer glasses, I said, look, I just resell them, because what do you do with all these? I'm just going to resell them because I'd rather just get this money for it, and that's it. And I was like, all right, cool. I'm honest with them. If they ask, they ask. I had one in one of the boot sales. He was a bit loud guy. It's like, you're trouble, you are. So no, I'm not. I'm just filming to be on YouTube. But obviously, it hasn't gone on yet. It's everybody's got a camera for either security or YouTube. They just want to document it, which is, I think, is a really good thing. I'm addicted to any of it.
Anyone else late with their self-assessments? I did mine last May. Why does everyone leave it till now? Z, have you done yours yet?
You've extended it. I saw you say something about that.
They do extend it, but yeah, I leave mine till the last moment. Yeah.
I don't understand why. Why? Just get it done.
I was the kid at school that used to do homework for the next lesson in the lesson before it. If you set me a deadline, I'll be like, I've got time until literally there's no time left, and then I'll do it.
To be fair, I did mine at the earliest opportunity this year because we were going through like mortgage applications and stuff, and I needed that information in. I needed to get the SA 302 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
We did ours in October, I think, was it? Yeah, October, yeah.
Oh, you're not too bad then, Catan. It's just Z that's lazy.
I was terrified of it, but Jackie had it in control, so we had all the files and the statements and everything, so
it's so easy now, though, if you think about it, though, isn't it? It's not.
Yeah.
It's not like. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you do, especially when you're doing. I mean, I'll worry more when we end up like having to move away from doing like simple cash basis. But it's actually really. It doesn't bother me because everything is so easy to download, like a summary for the year. You know, like it works. It works it all out. It's just not even. It's not like it. I can imagine it would have been stressful before when people had like mountains of receipts and stuff. And I think also, especially since like this year when we've been mostly just buying wholesale and stuff as well, it's just easier, like, you know, because you've got your invoices or whatever, and that's it. So
yeah, we're going to do it monthly basis this month, so for this year, monthly each. So it'll be again to a certain point, we'll just submit it. That's it, done, out of mind.
Yeah. I remember when I had my shop, like the year 2001-ish, 2001 to 2003, and I was submitting tax returns. It was a lot harder then. It was a lot harder because it was all on paper and keep all your receipts, and you know, it felt like that was a lot more difficult. Maybe it was because I was younger and I wasn't used to doing that kind of stuff, but now it's so easy because, like, especially if you use QuickBooks, like your accounts, you know, like at any given moment, my accounts are bang up to date. You know, I'm not like 3 months behind because I'm updating it constantly on my phone. I'm scanning receipts the day after or the same day. It's done. You know, if you say, right, what's your accounts look like right now? I could probably tell you it's up to date as of yesterday. So, you know, I don't think there's any need for you to go like months out of date with stuff.
Yeah, I think if I was using something like QuickBooks as well, I think I'd be more inclined to be just up to date as you go, because, like you said, because of the nature of it, because you scan it in and it links in with your accounts and everything, doesn't it, as well? Yeah. But I think it's because I'm just doing it old school at the moment, as in kind of semi-old school, new school, but semi-old school. Still a spreadsheet, but I know how to easily pull out all the data that I need. Do you know what I mean? Like for example, you can go to Parcel to Go's website and you can pull up your year's summary and just download the PDF. Bam, you got that number. You can do the same. When I want to work out what I've spent on Royal Mail, I can just search my PayPal account for Royal Mail transactions, and bam, it'll bring out that summary number. You know, eBay's become even easier because of its integration, but it's easy anyway. Again, you can print out all the, you know, numbers that you need from that, and you know.
Yeah, I think like with QuickBooks and like with any of the other apps, you know, the accounting apps, you literally do it as you go along. So it's like if I did my posting this morning, did my posting, and then I immediately sent my invoice from Hermes to QuickBooks, and it puts it on. It matches it directly with the income from your business account or your bank account. And that's that transaction dealt with, like, literally immediately. So you're never really out of date with it. You don't have that situation where you get to the end of the year and you've got to go back to last May and start looking at receipts. You don't have that situation. Fixit says, I've been doing tax returns for so many years, I can work out the figures and get a whole year done and filed in a day.
Yeah. Took us about 2.5 days, but that was the first year we were doing it. So, and it was manual. I didn't use any QuickBooks or anything like that. I might use it maybe in a year or two, not sure. But yeah, in a day or two, we had collected the figures, made the spreadsheet, and then the third day we just submitted in the morning. So yeah, 2 and a bit days.
Yeah. I don't know, how long did it take me to actually submit type out my tax return last year? Maybe an hour.
Yeah,
an hour and a
because it's
half.
all made, and it's just bullet points more or less, isn't it? Like you just fill in the
Yeah,
figures.
like all you do, like with QuickBooks, all you do is just print off your entire year's report, and it has the same numbers in the boxes as what you need for your accounting.
Just punch them in. Yeah,
It's dead easy. It's dead easy. I'd recommend anybody to even if it's not QuickBooks, there's other things that do the same thing. You know, there's other apps. I would say definitely. I'm going to call it a day in a minute, guys. But question from Double Karma: how do people account for ATM and cash withdrawals? I think Anya asked me about this recently. But what I do with cash withdrawals, I don't know about you guys, but I withdraw from my own personal account. I spend my own personal money, and then when it comes to the transaction, I transfer the amount from my business account to my personal account, which creates the correct amount on the transaction, and then attach a receipt or attach a journal entry to it. And that's what I do, because otherwise you end up with cash in hand if you start drawing money out of the account. I don't know, what do you do?
for me, I take it out of my personal account as well, but I just spend it, and then I've got the one separate account where all the money comes in for eBay, and that's it. I just write, and if they ever want to say where's it come from, I've got a trace of it on the original banking account, so it's there. And I'll take out in lumps, so it's an easy pattern to follow. It's not like small amounts where you're thinking what it could be. So when I'm going on a car boot day, I'll take it out in the 6 hours just before I hit the car boot on the road. I'll take it out then in the morning. Yeah.
And you're recording how much you've spent at each car boot as well, anyway.
Yeah, we've got it on the video, haven't you? So
exactly.
when you play back,
Yeah, so that's what I do. But then again, not qualified to give financial advice.
Yeah.
None of us, no.
Yeah. No. Makes it easier using one bank account with no personal spending. I don't spend any personal stuff out of my business. I don't have a business bank account, but I have a separate account for my business. But it's not a business account as such.
If I buy something personal, which is very rare, from the business one, I'll pay it back from my pay and reference it, and that's it, done.
Yeah. You should never really need to do that. You're just making life very complicated if you start having the same bank account.
Yeah, it's too hard to follow.
It's just crazy. I mean, when you come to do your accounting, it would be madness.
Not looking forward to, like, especially if you get caught in, well, it's going to happen, but like the whole VAT thing is going to be a pain, because then you literally have to keep two separate kinds of records, because the rates are completely different for how you pay VAT on used items versus new items. Because obviously, like when we're selling new stuff, we get an invoice with VAT, so we can claim that VAT back, and then we have to include that on our sale price, and then it kind of cancels out. It's net, isn't it? Because you're claiming back and then you're charging it. But with used stuff, because obviously you're buying from people that aren't going to give you a VATable invoice, you don't have that, but you only pay, I think it's a percentage of the profit. So you have to literally keep two separate records for the used stuff versus new stuff. So I'm not looking forward to that.
That sounds majorly complicated. Yeah. I'm not really near the VAT threshold, but I don't fancy that. I definitely think I probably would start looking at an accountant or something if I started going over that. I wouldn't want to do it myself. Take a picture of what we bought and itemize each item. Yeah, I have a journal like for cash purchases, like say Facebook purchases, car boot purchases. I have a journal and I put a date and I list everything that's purchased, and I take a photograph of that and then I upload it to QuickBooks, and that's how I account for cash purchases.
When we get back, we just plonk all the bags to one side and we'll just
doing the spreadsheet
everything, and then Jackie will write it down on her piece of paper. How much was that? And so on, and then total it up, and that was it. Done.
Yeah. I literally do that on the spreadsheet, Ketan. Literally, just like during the summer, we got a spreadsheet for car boot. Put the date in, the items, put the prices of each one. It makes it easier because plus like with when we list like used toys and stuff on our website as well, we have a little plugin which like we can put in the cost price on it as well. So it just help again. It's nice to have that instant. Oh, okay, what we can do this for because we know what we've paid for it.
Yeah, definitely. How does QuickBooks work out the turnover figure? This is a little bit complicated, Ian. But basically, what you have to do with QuickBooks is it will say, for example, your weekly income from eBay is £1,000. That's what goes into your bank. But what you have to do is you have to account for the total number. So you have to create an uplift figure. So the fees are already taken off that. So, for example, what you do is you work out how much your fees were, and you add that in as income, but then you take it away as fees. So it's an in and an out, but it's exactly the same figure. So basically, say this week, and it's wishful thinking, say £1,000 went into my managed payments on Tuesday, I would create an uplift for example, £200, an extra income, but then there'll be an outgoing of fees for £200 as well, which still brings you to the same number, but it then correctly accounts for your fees. It sounds complicated, but there's a way to do it. Aaron helped me out with a special spreadsheet that works out your uplift, and it's good. That's how you do it though. You have to do that uplift number. Anyway, I think we're done. Transfer. Yes, exactly the same. Yeah, Tonks. Let's do the same as that. Right, thanks, guys. Thanks for coming on.
Yep, thanks for the chat.
Appreciate it. Anyone got anything coming up on the YouTube this week?
My videos are non-existent.
Still waiting for Catan's second video.
Oh, mate, I don't know when that's going to happen. I don't know.
Right. Thanks, everyone in the chat. Hope you've had a nice lunch. Get back to work.
Yeah. Cool.
Got to do some listing, haven't we?
Yeah. Crafting.
Sell some stuff. All right. See you, everybody.
See you, everyone.